Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya wal Mursaleen. This is Majib Qazi and you're watching Washington Roundtable on VOK TV. So we have a very special guest with us who is going to talk about this entire movement and what exactly is happening on the ground. That is none other than he is the chief convener for the JKLF. Altaf Qadi sir, thank you very much for being on the show. So this whole, political vendetta that they are trying to bring about against the leaders of the Kashmiri freedom movement, there is a case that was orchestrated against him, and now it seems like that case is coming to its conclusion, and he was not given consular access. Do you have any detail about his case that is being orchestrated?
No, what Yasin Malik actually, it was misreported by India, by Indian newspapers. He has agreed to the judge that if you want to charge me for asking for freedom for my people of Kashmir, I don't want to live with India and I don't want to live with Pakistan at the same time. I want to create an independent sovereign nation. And if it is the accusation, I agree to it.
Okay.
So if you think that is my guilt, I do agree to it.
Okay. So basically that is the, the reports that are coming at. So that is what the Indian reports are coming that he has accepted the guilt. So the guilt is for his wish and will to have a free and independent state.
That is what he has considered.
That is the only crime
that is the only crime he has agreed to. Rest of the cases, which are NIA cases and all other cases, are baseless. One case is like a 32 years old case. The witnesses have died. The people who were engaged in those cases, they are dead. So it is basically, my point is that the government of India has already written the decision.
Okay, so what they do is
they are just creating setting for it to execute him.
So there is no better time for India to execute and kill this freedom movement than it is now, because the international circumstances that India has created around it, probably the world would not see any reaction to that. Would you agree with that?
I think this is the misreading of the situation by Indians, that this time the world is busy with many other issues and this is the time that we should execute Yasin Malik. It's not that. I don't agree with that, because the world may have certain other priorities, but at the same time you must know that recently Secretary of State has bluntly said in India in front of their foreign minister that we are seriously concerned about the rights of the people in India, particularly Muslims, Sikhs and Christians. So India is monitoring the situation. It's not that India will have is unleashed to do whatever they would like to do. But it is true, it seems that India is reading the situation like that this is the time that we should execute it. You have to look at the background, the settings they are trying to create. The setting is that they made a picture, which is a Kashmir file, which is totally a communal lies and communal movie, which has galvanized the whole Indian and Hindus against the Muslims. And these are pre-requirements that they are trying to put in place to create a stage whereby it would be easy for them to execute Yasin Malik.
So we have seen a pattern for the last 2 years, ever since that they abrogated those 2 articles of their constitution where they took away the semi-autonomous status of the state. The pattern has been that first they brought the extra boots in, and then they built up this momentum on the media, and then they created this Kashmir files based on the lies. They propagated it around the lies, and then they orchestrated this fake election. They changed the demography, and at the same time, I'm just going to go back a little bit and recall the recent hearing at the Congress where the International Genocide Watch has given them the complete report that, the 10 stages of genocide, 9 have already been completed. And the 10th one is always denial. So is that it's a continuation of all these steps to commit the genocide, and now once you take the voice away of the leaders from a nation, so what else is left?
The point is that genocide doesn't happen in in a day or two.
Exactly.
It is a process.
It is a process.
So you build the momentum, you build the mindset. That is how Hitler did.
Mhm.
He created a mindset in his own people that Jews, which were only 6 million over there, that they are threat to their economy, they are threat to their progress, peace, and everything. So they made them villain. So it was then being, it's a herd mentality. People have herd mentality, unfortunately. They don't think, everybody doesn't think or doesn't, take cognizance of small details. So as a result of that, that is what absolutely India is walking the footsteps of Hitler.
So why on earth the people of the free world, international community, UNO, European Union, and particularly USA is silent? I mean, you can see the statements here and there just to keep probably India on the check, but not making a serious concerted effort to get this issue resolved.
You see, we have three parties, like Pakistan is also on the other side. Anytime unfortunately, Pakistan does not have any coherent position. And they are not so honest to come forward and resolve it also. I don't want to, definitely India is a criminal state in my view of being a Kashmiri. But at the same time, there are certain things that has added into the confusion and chaos and into inertia of world community. That is, Pakistan has contributed quite a bit into it.
Qadri sir, thank you very much for being on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today, and we hope and pray a goodness come out of this whole episode and the life of Yasin Malik is saved, and the Kashmiri diaspora living around the world will rise up to the occasion, keeping their personal biases on the side, come up with the one united voice, release Yasin Malik from the prison and let him be a free man. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.